So the iPhone 12 mini is the everyday carry phone that I've been waiting for. I switched back to the iPhone SE late in quarantine because I was just tired of big phones. I honestly kind of do like Touch ID, especially when you're wearing a mask. And it's just a smaller and simpler phone. It's less distracting. So at the very least, the iPhone 12 mini is that smaller, simpler phone that I've been looking for. It's amazing. I mean, it's fast, it's got great cameras, but it's just so compact. And I like that. It's less distracting, it takes up less room, easier to just put in your pocket. It's great. So I've decided to do an everyday carry video because this is what I will be carrying every day to show off what I'm bringing around with me at school right now as I'm rounding up the semester at Boston College. And I didn't really intend it, but I went with it. This video has a great color scheme. It is dark blue and black, and I think it actually looks awesome. So let's go ahead and get into it. So we mentioned the iPhone 12 mini. This is the 128GB AT&T iPhone 12 mini. I didn't feel like paying for the 256GB model, so 128 it is, and I'll just have to make do with any storage limitations that I have. I have less interest in using phones, and I'm trying to use phones less, so I'm happy with this smaller phone. Now the case I'm using with it is from Nomad because at school I have to carry around my student ID everywhere I go, so I do like to have a wallet case around with me. And while I do love Apple's MagSafe wallet, it just doesn't give me any protection for the phone. So for at least the time being, I'm using Nomad's rugged folio wallet case. It keeps 3 cards up front as well as cash on the side. So I can have my ID, my credit card, another ID or another credit card, some cash and stuff like that. It's really premium, it's a great little case, and because the iPhone 12 mini is still pretty compact, the whole case isn't too thick. Put it in my pocket. Again, like I said, it's premium and it's a really good leather wallet folio case. That's not for everyone, and I definitely have slimmer cases for when I don't want to use a thicker folio case. But for the time being, I think this looks great. The black leather with the blue combo looks really good. Now, next up in terms of the watch, I was using the Apple Watch Series 5 for a while. I don't really care for the Series 6. In fact, I don't even like the Series 5 that much. The Series 4 is the watch that I really liked. I was just getting tired of how bad the Apple Watch is for running when I want really good and accurate heart rate and distance and splits and stuff like that for marathon training. The Apple Watch just doesn't do it for me. So tired of that. I was also tired of how distracting my Apple Watch was, being able to go into a messages app and just instinctively check messages or distract myself in other ways with the Apple Watch was getting a little tiresome. And so at first I tried the Garmin Venue smartwatch because it's a really good running watch with a touchscreen. That didn't really do it for me. I think I had my expectations set too high and I didn't really know what to expect. So then I went back to the Apple Watch kind of disappointingly. And then I went back to Garmin again, and this time I'm using the Garmin Phoenix 5S Plus, I believe. It's a lot bulkier than I was expecting, and I don't like how bulky it is, but it has multiple days of battery life. It has kind of a nice screen that's always on, works really well in direct sunlight. Physical buttons, which are great for splits and navigating the operating system and stuff like that. Super precise for heart rate and distance when I'm running. It can load and create routes so I can find places to run, and it'll get me back home if I'm lost, stuff like that. There's also music support, so I can use my Amazon Music account just from being a Prime member with this watch. So it's not perfect, but it does have notifications, but it's just simply not as distracting as the Apple Watch, and I can wear it for several days in a row, including hours of running and sleeping, and I don't have to charge it every day. So it's a simpler watch, and it's slightly more elegant than some of the other Garmin watches because of its metal body, and I can get a metal band for this as well. But this is what I'm currently using in terms of a watch. I'll probably go back to the Apple Watch at some point, but for marathon training, this watch is just so much better for me than the Apple Watch. Now, I mentioned Amazon Music with this Garmin watch, and so the headphones I'm currently using are Bose's new, I don't even know what they're called. So these are just called the Bose Sport earbuds, and they're in-ear wireless earphones. I've just been trying them out to see how they are for running. They don't have noise cancellation, which is a bummer. They did just come out with ones with noise cancellation, but these are not them. I'm a big fan of noise cancellation, but these are really impressive. They sound great, and they stay in my ear really well, and they lock in. They're on the slightly bulkier side, but it's not terrible, and the connectivity with the Garmin watch has been great. I haven't had any issues. So these Bose sound earbuds are really good if you're an athlete or someone that wants to use them in the gym a lot. They're really solid headphones, and of course the blue color matches the iPhone 12 mini really well. Okay, next is actually just a remote. This is just my boosted board remote. I finally fixed my boosted board. I've had several issues within the past few months. I absolutely love my boosted board. I take it around from my office to my dorm room to anywhere I'm going, to my friends' houses, stuff like that. And it just saves so much time and allows me to do so much more because I'm not confined to a 25-minute walk. Instead, I can just do a 6-minute ride on the boosted board. And it's just fun, especially when it's warm out. Boosted board is no longer in business, so if you want to get any boosted board products, you have to go through Boosted USA, which is just selling all the remaining stock. So I actually have ordered a few spare parts from Boosted USA, but I love my boosted board, and this is the remote, and it's actually a really solid remote, and this is pretty much always in my back pocket or my backpack, because I just love taking around my boosted board, and it's really awesome. And then the last two things in this video are from Grovemade, and they're awesome, and also the table, the felt mat that you see on this table is also from Grovemade. So they make really premium accessories, and that makes it hard to recommend because they're not cheap, they're not affordable, they're higher end kind of luxury accessories and products, but they're super quality. So this is their knife, and I'm used to switchblade knives that spring open and are super fun to open and close and just mess around with and stuff. This is not that. This is just a simple manual knife. I'm sure I'm messing up some of the technical terminology here, but it's a matte black metal, super premium with a nice sharp blade. It's probably about 3 inches or so, maybe 3.5 inches. It's super clean. I just like to have it in my pocket because I'm opening boxes and packages all the time, so it's great to have something like this around, and it's super clean. It's a really cool knife, and I just love knives in general. I think they're really cool, and it's always good to have one around for opening things and cutting things and whatnot. And then secondly is this pen. I'm a huge pen fan. This isn't normally the type of pen I would go for. I like a simple, dry, fine tip pen like 0.38, but this is awesome. It's got a really angular design going around the barrel, which gives you a great place to grip. The opening mechanism for the pen is a really satisfying click that you can hear, and it kind of clicks into place, locks into place, and has a little bit of resistance when you're turning to open or close the pen. So I really like that. The writing experience is pretty good, and it's not amazing. I wouldn't want to write on this on a more slick type of paper. If you have a really textured paper, this is awesome because it does dig into it and does have kind of like that finer tip. Because of that, it's not a super dry ink. It does have a little bit of bleeding, but it's not terrible. So it is a really good pen. I probably wouldn't buy this myself, but if you are into kind of higher end quality pens, this is beautiful, and you can get it with their stand and their refill package as well, and it just looks super good with this knife. So these are both in my pockets pretty much at all times. So that's all I've got for this video. Again, the color scheme, I'm really proud of it. Let me know what you think. What kind of phone, watch, earbuds, knife, pen, electric skateboard are you using? I would love to know, because I would love to kind of change up my everyday carry going forward in the future, and I want to hear what you guys are using. Anyway, leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed any parts of this, and I'll leave links to everything down in the description. But thanks so much for watching.